Hello and welcome to all of you. Would like to welcome you again to the platform of Ecoholics. Now, every year we see numerous reports being published by World Bank, IMF, United Nations, World Economic Forum, or even other such international organizations. But let me tell you, there is no report like the HDR, that is Human Development Report, which comes every year and is released by UNDP, that is United Nations Development Program. And this year again, HDR, that is Human Development Report, is out. Not only do we see where India stands, but we'll also see that where exactly are other countries also there in this report. And the best part is that this year, not only are we talking just about the education or the longevity or standard of living, we are also talking about AI, that is artificial intelligence. Ji haan. In the HDR report, there's specific mention of AI and what exactly is the impact of AI. Where exactly is AI taking the world? We are going to talk about that as well. So that's why this class is going to be really engaging in that sense. So recently we saw that India's human development continues to make progress, but still there's a lot of journey to be completed because our rank is around 130 out of 193 countries. So of course we have improved slightly, but there's a long way to go. Now, one thing is very much clear that India's rank is 130, but is it all which we need to know? No, nothing like that. We have to know so many other aspects as well from this very report. As you can see, this very cover of this report, this year's report, see, it's written Human Development Report 2025. Side may you can see, there's this UNDP ka logo as well. Here I'm highlighting, and it's written a matter of choice, people and possibilities in the age of AI. So now see, even UNDP ki report is also talking about the AI. So that means AI is so much important. And on top of that, let me just give you a brief overview of this before we delve in deeper. HDI, Human Development Index, which is a part of the HDI report, it was introduced back in 1990, and it was a part of first Human Development Report published by UNDP back then. The best part is that it was conceptualized by Pakistani economist Mehboob ul Haq and Indian Nobel laureate Amrita Sen. So that's very much important point. And what was their focus is very much important for us to know. Focus kya tha unka? The focus was to shift, from purely economic measures of development to more inclusive understanding of human well-being. ये human well-being है, उसकी और बेहतर understanding कैसे हो, वो इनका focus था. कि भाई हम सिर्फ ऐसे तो नहीं कह सकते कि देश के अंदर पर कैपिटा इनकम सिर्फ इंप्रूव हो गई है तो हमारा बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है सब कुछ, या फिर कोई देश में जीडीपी बहुत इंप्रूव हो गई सब अच्छा चल रहा है. नहीं, जब तक वहां पे आप उनकी हेल्थ नहीं देखते, एजुकेशन नहीं देखते और पैरामीटर्स नहीं देखते, तब तक हम नहीं कह सकते कि वी आर डूइंग वेल. तो ये पहली बात तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट आइडिया है जो आपको पता होना चाहिए. यहाँ पे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिसकी हमने चर्चा करनी है इस क्लास में, माइंड यू, एंड दिस वेरी क्लास इज गोइंग टू बी दैट्स वाई वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. एनीवेज, चलो ये तो एक मैंने आपको ब्रीफ ओवरव्यू दे दिया. आई एम श्योर इसके बारे में आपने पहले भी सुना होगा, बट इट्स वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू टॉक अबाउट दैट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली डू वी हैव for us to see in this year's report. First of all, it's very much important that what is the theme or what is the title of this very report. So I need to tell you that the report is titled A Matter of Choice, People and Possibilities in the Age of AI. So I think we have already talked about that thing. And it is telling us about the critical role of AI in shaping the next chapter of human development. So mind you, this can be important. This particular aspect can be very much important from various examination point of view. कई एग्जाम्स के लिए ये जो पर्सपेक्टिव है ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो सकता है. सो हमें इस चीज पे ध्यान देना है कि भाई टाइटल क्या है इस रिपोर्ट का. ठीक है, सो दो चीजें अभी हमें पता चली. एक तो इसकी हिस्टोरिकल, चलो वो तो है ही है. इंडिया रैंक इज 130. ठीक है, इंडिया रैंक इज 130. दिस इज द टाइटल ऑफ द रिपोर्ट, एंड this country Iceland is on the top. So no surprise, Iceland, Norway, Switzerland, they are topping the report, and India is at rank 130. Even US is on 17th rank, as we can see. So it's very much visible to you guys कि क्या एक ranking है, where are these countries standing. On top of that, before I even delve deeper into this particular idea, I would like to tell you some very important aspects about good worse countries. सारी हम बात करेंगे. But let me just tell you that on what basis do we achieve this score. ये स्कोर आप देख रहे हो 0.9, ये इस तरह का जो स्कोर है, ये कैसे अचीव करती कोई भी कंट्री, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है हमारे लिए जानना, ठीक है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आज स्कोर इज 0.6 अराउंड है कुछ, तो उसके बारे में बात करेंगे। सो ये ध्यान रखें, we have got various indicators. So when I talk about the dimensions, they talk about, health, knowledge, and standard of living. But what are the indicators that's important to know? We talk about what is the life expectancy at birth. That is the most important indicator. Then comes expected and mean years of schooling. Then comes per capita income kitni hai. So these are basically the basic indicators, and only from that we get to know about the overall HDI score. So each country is having a certain HDI ka score, which is based on these three parameters of health, knowledge, and standard of living. I hope that's clear. So now it should not be a big surprise for you that why is Iceland on the top. If I talk about India, a very interesting thing is that India has improved. Like initially we had a score of 0.446, then in 10 years we improved to 0.5, then we went to 0.63, now we are 0.685 at, and the rank is around 130. It was 133, 134 a few years back. So what I mean to tell you is that we are improving. It's a slow and steady growth, but we are improving. And look at these countries with the score of 0.9, 0.9. So all these top 10 countries are 0.95 to 0.97 ka score. But then there are some very poor countries in this particular index. Like if I start from the bottom, like we have South Sudan, a lot of civil war going on, a lot of crisis going on, with very poor score, it is at rank 193. Of course, I'm not comparing India with these countries, but I'm just telling you that you should know South Sudan, Somalia, Central African Republic, Chad, Niger, Mali, Burundi. Now, it's very surprising that almost all the countries are from Africa. Yes, Yemen, Middle East में है और Yemen की अपनी problems है, ठीक है. Recently ही Yemen का इतना खराब रैंक हुआ है because of that civil war which is going on. But other than that, if you see South Sudan, Somalia, ये Chad, Niger, Mali, Burundi, Burkina Faso, Sri Lanka, ये सारी की सारी countries कहाँ पे हैं? They're all belonging to Africa. So it's a very interesting observation that bottom में countries Africa से हैं, और अगर मैं top की 5-6 countries उठाता हूँ, they're all from Europe. This is just an observation I have. You can quote this data in your exam as well sometimes if it is asked or wherever you feel appropriate. This gives you a good level of idea about the growth perspective, that how it is going on in these very countries, because ultimately what matters is your overall clarity, and that's why I'm telling you all these things. In books you're not going to find that because it is all current based. Now we come to some very important perspective, like when we talk about the key findings of the report. Now that is where we have to focus so much. Okay, so key findings report, when we certainly talk about, we have to understand a few very important points. The very first thing is that India's HDI rank, we have moved 3 spots up to rank 130. It was 133. And India still is in the medium human development category. So 0.685, like I did show you, we have 0.685 rank. Now nobody's going to ask you this, but it's better if you remember this. This is what the rank is, and this is what the score is, 0.685. And when we talk about this particular thing, HDI is what? It's a composite index which measures what? 3 basic dimensions of human development. What are these 3 basic dimensions? Long and healthy life, knowledge, and decent standard of living. So you got to be healthy, you got to be knowledgeable, and you have to have a decent level of like decent standard of living. This is what is required. When you talk about the life expectancy also, life expectancy has reached around 72 years in 2023, which is decent. So that's a good improvement. As we say, you can contribute that, you can give credit to the health facilities as well, and it is good. Schooling की हम बात करते हैं, average mean year of schooling in India is 13 years, which used to be 8 years back in 1990. So we've done well there also. So mind you, here we are not talking about the literacy. Here we are talking about the time spent by the children in the school. So that is something which you have to be kept in the mind. So again, I'm reiterating that these are the 3 indicators we are focusing upon. And I just want to compare it with the previous report which we had from this UNDP. For example, rank की हम बात करते हैं, 133 से we have improved rank to 130. चलो, it's a decent increase. HDA value, now we have 0.685, which is again decent. Life expectancy was around 67-68 years, which is now 72 years, which is good. Expected years of schooling was around 12.5, which is increased to 12.9. Okay, that is approximately around 13. As I've told you, it is 13 now. So I'm just giving you a round figure. Okay, 13 ho gaya. Mean area of schooling again has increased slightly. And you see gross national income per capita in PPP terms, that is around $9,000, $9,046. That is what we can see. So that's the reason why HDI rank improves, because these datas are improving. ठीक है जी, life expectancy is better, expected years of schooling is better, mean year of schooling is better, and per capita income is better. So if all these parameters are improving, only then we can say that our overall human development index is improving. That's why HDA value also increase or improves. Now, I think we have set the tone precisely, which is of course very much important. Now, let me tell you one thing, which is certainly important, that how we are able to achieve that. That is certainly something which is of immense importance, that what in the first place have we done right. And of course, we'll be talking about the AI aspect as well. But what is more important is that we have to understand that what exactly are the things we are doing nicely. So having said that, now when we talk about, we start with the life expectancy at birth. Life expectancy has rose to a great extent. Like it used to be 58 years something in 1990, which is now 72 years, which is highest recorded since the index began. That is great. So we have got various national health programs. For example, you must have heard about National Rural Health Mission, Ayushman Bharat hai. We have got Janni Suraksha Yojana for ladies, like mothers. We have Poshan Abhiyan. So they have contributed to a great extent to the achievement. So all the malnutrition, we are fighting against that. We are working for the mother's health. We are working in the field of immunization. We are immunizing kids. So that is actually great. So we are supposed to understand this thing, that when we talk about the life expectancy, it has improved because of these programs, or some programs like these. When we talk about the education, so children today are expected to stay in the school for 13 years. It used to be 8 years in 1990. Now we expect that children are going to stay in school for 13 years in their lifetime, which is great. So that's why in education aspect also we are doing great. So we have initiative like RT, Right to Education. We have Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. We have National Education Policy. So ultimately, no doubt that quality and learning outcome is yet to be seen, that where it goes, because at times they are not so satisfactory. It basically means that okay, student is going to school, but वो learn कितना कर रहा है, ये बात होती है. So याद रखिएगा that education में no doubt that we are saying that average जो time वो school में बिताएगा total lifetime का, that is 13 years, but quality learning outcomes remain area of continuous focus. It's in fact area of continuous concern, I would say. That's the thing. So हमने देख लिया, ठीक है, schooling में ज़्यादा अच्छा हो रहा है, life expectancy at birth है. What about the per capita? So remember, on the economic front also, we have seen that now the per capita income has increased 4 times since 1990. So it's 9046 in 2023, based on, of course, purchasing power parity I'm talking about. So we have seen Manrega. That's a very important program. It was also there in the GS paper of IES paper this year, last Sunday jo conduct hua tha. Jan Dhan Yojana is great for financial inclusion. Digital inclusion is there. So poverty reduction has happened. In fact, you have to focus this thing, that around 135 million Indians escaped multidimensional poverty between 2015 to 2019 2021. So this is great. So 13 crore लोगों ने multidimensional poverty को escape किया, which is great actually. So we have to keep these very things in our mind, because they are some things of immense importance, and we are supposed to understand this thing, that growth is great. No doubt कि इंडिया ने रैंक भी improve कर लिया, per capita income भी improve कर ली, health is also improving, like life expectancy is 72, and on top of that we also have improved the the number of the years the children are spending in the school, which is absolutely great. But do we have some challenges? Yes, we do. So when we talk about India's GNI per capita rank, so we are seeing per capita income बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छी नहीं है. Inequalities are there. For example, India's rank is 102 on the gender inequality index, which is not great. इवन जेंडर गैप इंडेक्स में भी रैंक इज नॉट ग्रेट. So we are seeing that we have to work on that inequality, especially gender disparities में we have to be working nicely. So remember this thing that inequality reduces India's HDI by 30%. That is actually very much important thing. अगर inequality ना हो तो हमारा HDI improve हो जाए. That's what I mean to say. So health and education inequality have improved, but income and gender disparities are still significant. Now that is important. मैंने आपको दिखाया क्या कि लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी इंप्रूव हो गई है, एजुकेशन इंप्रूव हुई है, बट इनकम इनइक्वालिटी और जेंडर डिस्पैरिटी अभी भी है. दैट्स वन थिंग. इनफैक्ट फीमेल लेबर फोर्स पार्टिसिपेशन एंड पॉलिटिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन इज लैगिंग. सो गवर्नमेंट ने बहुत कुछ किया है. फॉर एग्जांपल 1/3 सीट्स भी रिजर्व करवा दी हैं इन द पंचायत, म्युनिसिपैलिटीज, लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नेंस में, बट स्टिल देयर इज अ लॉन्ग वे टू गो. सो वी हैव टू बी फोकसिंग ऑन दीज पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट्स. नाउ we have to work on a very important aspect, and that is about AI. We have to focus on that AI wali thing that I told you in the beginning, that why in the first place is the report talking of the AI. Connection kya hai AI ka? We did talk about India's rank, we did talk about where India did well, what are the challenges, we did talk about other better performing countries or worse performing countries as well. It's important to talk about the AI aspect today. So remember that India's AI landscape की हम जब बात करते हैं, की फाइंडिंग से बात करते हैं, so याद रखें, when we talk about the AI skills penetration, India has the highest self-reported AI skills penetration globally. Now that is very much important because जब मैं global AI index की बात करता हूँ, India ranks 4th among 36 evaluated countries. So that is one thing. Second thing is talent retention. 20% of the AI researchers in the Indian now stay domestically, and initially this was not the case because सब बाहर चले जाते थे. अब इंडिया में रह रहे हैं 20% AI researchers. When we talk about the global expectations, AI is expected to augment a lot of jobs. 61% of the respondents expect augmentation while 51% are expecting the automation. तो ये तो चलो बात की बात है, वो जब होगा देखी जाएगी. बट आपने ये बात ध्यान रखनी है that the report is placing India in a unique position globally. मतलब rising artificial intelligence का power house कौन है? इंडिया है. That's important. And the best part is that AI skill penetration बहुत ज़्यादा है. ये सबसे important चीज़ है that we are seeing 20% of the AI researchers are now remaining in the India. पहले तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं रुकते थे, but at least 20% रुक रहे हैं, which is great. बहुत एक interesting चीज़ है that this data, have a look at this data. It shows how common AI skills are among the workers in different countries. ठीक है, अब ये ग्लोबल एवरेज है, ये जो मैंने एरो लगाई है. आप ये नोटिस करें, जैसे रिलेटिव पेनिट्रेशन ऑफ 2 है कहीं पे भी, ठीक है, जैसे यूएस में रिलेटिव पेनिट्रेशन 2 है, इट मींस दैट यहाँ पे we have got twice as many AI skilled professionals as global average. So इंडिया में ये ऑलमोस्ट 2.5 से भी ज्यादा है, ठीक है, ऑलमोस्ट 3 है. तो आप ये मान के चले लगभग 3 है. So we can say that India has got like thrice as many as AI skilled professional. Global average के हिसाब से India has got so many professionals over there. So this is one point we have to understand. अब आप ये देखें कि इंडिया यहाँ पे टॉप पे है. इंडिया इज ऑन द टॉप. देन यूएस है, जर्मनी, कनाडा, यूके, इजराइल, सिंगापुर, फ्रांस, जापान, ऑल दीज आर देयर. अब आप यहाँ पे अगर देखेंगे तो हमारी जो नेबरिंग कंट्री है, यू रियली कांट सी एनीवेयर. सो दिस इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट दैट it is very much common. AI skills are among the workers in different countries. So यहाँ पे penetration of AI बहुत ज़्यादा है. So India has highest self-reported AI skill penetration. This is what I mean to tell you. So ये बहुत बड़ा data. So India is at the forefront of the AI for human development. This is the most important focus of this year's report. बाकी चीजें तो हम लोग हमेशा बात करते हैं about health, about education. But ये जो बात है, ये सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है जिसके ऊपर आपको फोकस करना है. सो याद रखें that when we talk about India, so India is leveraging AI to deliver inclusive growth, like from education to healthcare to public service delivery. AI क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग? AI is being developed, not only developed but deployed also. जैसे AI is helping farmers to access the insurance, credit, advisories, ये सारी चीजें रीजनल लैंग्वेजेस में उनको चैटबॉट्स वगैरह मिल रहे हैं. उसके बाद वी हैव द प्लान्स फॉर नेशनल कंप्यूटर फैसिलिटी टू डेमोक्रेटाइज एआई एक्सेस फॉर रिसर्चर एंड स्टार्टअप्स. एआई पावर्ड इंक्लूसिव स्किल डेवलपमेंट, जैसे इन स्टेट लाइक तमिलनाडु देख रहे हैं हम, तेलंगाना देख रहे हैं, जो यूएनडीपी सपोर्ट कर रहा है. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो एआई क्या क्या कर रहा है? एआई ना सिर्फ फार्मर्स को सपोर्ट कर रहा है, बट हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि इसको डेमोक्रेटाइज कर रहे हैं, हर व्यक्ति तक पहुंचा रहे हैं और स्किल डेवलपमेंट हो रही है. सो जो बेसिकली सर्वे दिखाता है लेटेस्ट, इट शोज दैट 70% ऑफ द पीपल एक्सपेक्ट एआई टू बूस्ट प्रोडक्टिविटी. 64% बिलीव दैट इट विल क्रिएट न्यू जॉब्स विद ऑप्टिमिज्म हाईएस्ट अमंग्स द यूथ. सो वी आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू दिस. अब आप ये मान के चले कि एआई को आपने ये नहीं देखना कि किसी को रिप्लेस कर, आपने इस तरह से देखना है कि कैसे हम एआई को यूज करके और ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिव बन सकते हैं और ज्यादा इफेक्टिव बन सकते हैं. ये बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो रिमेंबर दिस पॉइंट दैट व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट दिस रिपोर्ट आल्सो, सो इट इज स्ट्रेसिंग दैट एआई's impact is not inevitable, it is just a matter of choice. यही बोल रही है ये रिपोर्ट. माइंड यू, दिस रिपोर्ट इज सेइंग दिस थिंग ओनली. मैं फिर से आपको ये दिखाना चाहूंगा दैट व्हाट दिस रिपोर्ट सेज. हैव अ लुक एट दिस. सो इट सेज इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ चॉइस, पीपल एंड पॉसिबिलिटीज इन द एज ऑफ एआई. यही बोल रहा है ना, ये यही थीम है इसकी. सो एआई's impact is not inevitable because see, you have to keep one thing in your mind that without deliberate policy and inclusive governance, AI risk, you know क्या है इसका रिस्क है कि भाई जो एग्जिस्टिंग इनइक्वालिटीज है वो और डीपन हो जाएंगी. बट सही इन्वेस्टमेंट के साथ, सही सेफगार्ड्स के साथ, सही लॉस के साथ, इट कैन बिकम अ फोर्स फॉर अपॉर्चुनिटी, इक्विटी एंड इनोवेशन. सो कहने का मतलब ये है कि अगर एआई को अच्छे से हम लोग यूटिलाइज ना करें तो क्या होगा? तो नेगेटिव चीज होने के चांसेस हैं कि भाई हो सकता है दैट वी विल हैव इनइक्वालिटीज इंक्रीजिंग एंड मे बी सब तक एआई ना पहुंच पाए, ऑल दीस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. बट अगर उसको बढ़िया से यूज किया जाएगा, so AI certainly is going to do so much positive things as well. So we are supposed to be keeping this very thing in our minds, and उस हिसाब से अगर हम AI को integrate करेंगे, so that surely is going to do great deal of positive things as well. So इसको इस तरह से देखना जरूरी है. तो UNDP ने क्या किया? UNDP ने 3 pathways दिए हैं गवर्नमेंट्स के लिए. सबसे पहला है that you have to collaborate with the AI to augment and not replace human work. अब ये देखो कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. साफ साफ ये बोला जा रहा है कि आप ऑगमेंट करो ह्यूमन वर्क को, आप रिप्लेस मत करिए. सो ये आपको समझना होगा दैट वी आर नॉट सर्टनली गोइंग टू बी रिप्लेसिंग द ह्यूमन वर्क, वी आर सिंपली गोइंग टू बी मेकिंग श्योर दैट ह्यूमन जो भी वर्क है उसको कैसे हम बेहतर कर सके, कैसे ह्यूमन वर्क की एफिशिएंसी बढ़ाएं. सेंटर ह्यूमन नीड्स इन द एआई डिजाइन इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. जो ह्यूमन नीड्स है उनको सेंटर करना जरूरी चाहिए. उसको डिजाइन और डिप्लॉय जब आप कर रहे हो, चाहे वो हेल्थ है, चाहे वो एजुकेशन है, चाहे वो एग्रीकल्चर है, ह्यूमन नीड्स क्या है उसको आप फोर फ्रंट पे रखें. जब आप उसको डेवलप भी कर रहे हो, डिप्लॉय मतलब लोगों तक पहुंचा रहे हो. यू हैव टू प्रमोट इनोवेशन, embedding human values in AI from the outside मतलब starting from the very start. You have to promote innovation and you have to embed the human values. तो अब यहाँ पे importance क्या है? Importance है you have to augment and not replace human work. Then you have to center human needs in the AI design. Then you have to focus on, of course, innovation with human values. These are the 3 pathways for the government, because वो गवर्नमेंट को ये सलाह दे रहा है कि आप इस तरह से इंटीग्रेशन कर सकते हैं. दैट्स द बेस्ट वे इन विच द एआई इज गोइंग टू डू बेटर फॉर द पीपल. सो ये बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, माइंड में रखें. सो आज हमने जो ये डिस्कशन की है बहुत डीप डिस्कशन है. दिस कैन बी वेरी मच हेल्पफुल इन द एसे एज वेल. सो ये ध्यान में रखें कि इट इज नॉट जस्ट द थीम, इट इज नॉट जस्ट इंडियाज रैंक, बट इट इज वे मोर देन दैट कि भाई इंडिया एआई में कितना अच्छा कर रहा है और इससे बेहतर कैसे कर सकता है. दैट इज ऑल्सो द केस कि कैन वी डू वेल, कैन वी डू इवन बेटर देन दिस, इफ यस हाउ इन द फर्स्ट प्लेस कैन वी डू दैट. ये बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है जो कि हमें माइंड में रखना है. सो आई एम 100% sure that you all are now in a way very much well equipped in order to understand these ideas precisely. That is one thing. And on top of that एक और चीज ये आती है कि भाई हम लोग कैसे इन चीजों को पढ़ते हैं, कैसे इंटीग्रेट करते हैं, वो बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. सो यू आर सपोज टू कीप दिस वेरी थिंग इन योर माइंड ऑलवेज. सो आई एम होपफुल कि आपने हर एक चीज को अंडरस्टैंड किया कि भाई ये थीम का मतलब क्या है. जैसे हम कहते हैं ना पीपल एंड पॉसिबिलिटी इन द एज ऑफ एआई, सो इसका मीनिंग क्या है वो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट था माइंड में रखना. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन एंड आई होप दिस channel is adding a lot of value to your preparation. So that is Ecoholics basically. So do subscribe to the channel अगर आपने नहीं किया तो do share it with your friends and do let me in the comment section कि सेशन आपको कैसा लगा. So HDR रिपोर्ट इस बार बहुत ज़्यादा important क्यों है? I hope now you know that why in the first place are we even reading about this HDR report, because it is of immense importance. So thank you so very much. I hope you have enjoyed the session. Take care everyone. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.